Hi everyone, my name's Ryan Headley. For those of you that don't know me, I am a Salesforce certified developer working for Radial Web out of Madison, Wisconsin. Um, Andy asked me to say a few things about my main takeaways from Dreamforce this year. And originally I was supposed to do this in person in front of everybody there, which would have been good for getting me out of my comfort zone. However, due to a busy end of year workload and less than reliable transportation, I am bringing you this video pre-recorded for your consumption. So with that, again, I'm sorry I can't be there with everybody, and shout out to Jennifer Bennett, who I believe will be speaking to you guys or may have already. It's my fault that she got picked to speak, and then I bail on her, so apologize for that. Anyhow, first of all, the one thing I wanted to mention as far as takeaways, the process builder. Sadly, I missed just about any session that had anything to do with the process builder. However, it had such buzz from all of my admin friends that I got a pretty good picture of what it was all about. I was able to actually load it up in colleagues org just to look at it. I didn't get to play with it much at all. And so while I hear there's things that are buggy, when it gets polished, this thing is going to really change the way admins do their job. It's going to affect developers as well. Some developers may feel negatively because it, I guess, takes work away from our plate, so to speak. Maybe they feel threatened. However, really, I see it replacing more of the triggers and things like that, and who really likes to sit there and write triggers as a developer? Unless they're really meaty and doing something good, they're kind of mundane, and that's something that I would love to have taken off my plate. And it sounds like there's some admins out there that have done some pretty awesome things with it already, so great. That's a bonus for us. Less on my plate to do. It sounds like it's going to be great. I can't wait to see it when it's fully polished. And there will be plenty for us to do, because the second takeaway I had here was lightning components. I'm really excited about lightning components. I couldn't get enough lightning components at Dreamforce. I wish there would have been more opportunity for me to play with them. However, it's a different switch. I mean, it's a switch from the way we currently do things. As a developer, if you're not familiar with JavaScript, it's time to pick up some books and start learning some JavaScript. This is a little JavaScript heavy in places, and it's a great thing, because if you're already a JavaScript developer or you know JavaScript well, the possibilities here are literally endless with what you're going to be able to do with these components. And not only that, so as I was saying, if you don't already know JavaScript, it would behoove you to start learning some of that and get more familiar with JavaScript, more comfortable with JavaScript. The awesome side of that is you are also not only learning Lightning components, but then you are expanding your developer tool belt. And I'm all about learning new things. I like to learn new things, and JavaScript, if you're, like I said, if you're not familiar with it, learning that would be great. You can apply what you will learn from that to other projects, Salesforce related or not. So I'm really looking forward to getting to play more with Lightning. As a matter of fact, shortly after Dreamforce concluded, I had made a pact. I was going to get up every day at 5 a.m. before work, before kids go to school, everything, and just mess with Lightning for an hour. Sadly, that lasted about 2 weeks. The mind was willing, but the body was not able to cope with losing that much sleep. So sadly, that hasn't happened yet. I'm looking forward to finding a way to work that into my learning opportunities, I guess, throughout the remainder of the year, and hopefully get out ahead of this thing, just because I see a lot of great potential with the Lightning components. I'm excited to see what even I'm going to be capable of doing. I am not the best JavaScript person in the world. I'm familiar with it. It's definitely not the JavaScript I was used to in the late 90s that was just doing simple form validation. This is some heavy lifting JavaScript. So I'm looking forward to learning, and I want to see what I'm able to do with that. Third thing was Trailhead. The developer site, Salesforce site, got launched, Trailhead. And that's basically the learning platform. It's a good place to get started for developing. I've actually referred somebody to Trailhead now. I've also referred them to sign up for a free dev org, somebody who's currently in school. And I thought, hey, you know, what a better time to get in than now. We've got these tools to learn from, and it's really cool. I've only got to play with like the first module again due to time and everything else that I'm interested in, so it kind of has taken a back seat. But if you're an admin that is itching to learn some development, this is a great place to start. So the Trailhead, or Developer Trailhead, is something you definitely want to check out. I don't have the URL off the top of my head, and if I can figure out how to work the video player well enough, I might be able to throw in a link down here somewhere. How do they do that on YouTube? Somewhere down here. And see that maybe I can get a link in there for you. But lastly, and most of all, I kind of had this epiphany this year at Dreamforce. Last year, I didn't get it. Last year was my first Dreamforce, and I really felt like I was an outsider, having this cult-like experience. I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I thought, you know, it's just another platform. You can do some cool stuff with it, great, but wow, these people are really fanatic. And it wasn't until Dreamforce 14, walking back with a colleague of mine from the gala, and we were talking about our various geek backgrounds and how we started and things like that, and we got to the point where she had started to learn Salesforce, and I saw this smile just overtake her. It wasn't just her face. I mean, like, she smiled everywhere. She was excited. She was practically dancing down the street. And at some point, she even said, "I just love Salesforce." And seeing this person so excited about it, and this person was somebody that I knew and could relate to, and that was right there in front of me, versus last year when I was a stranger to everybody, it hit me. It hit me that the Salesforce community is really where it's at. It's really what it's all about. And so for Dreamforce 14, you can consider me the Kool-Aid drunk. I'm a full card-bearing member of the cult now. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I apologize if that offends anybody. But this is the place to be. The community is where this is at. The Salesforce community is the biggest asset to the platform. You can do lots of stuff with lots of other platforms, but what you find often when you start interacting with some of the people that use it, that it's just not the friendliest place. Definitely not the case with Salesforce. So in that, I just encourage everybody to value the community because that's where it's at. And I think I've probably gone way over my time, so Andy can cut this short if he wants. But thanks, guys.